Marcus Aurelius, 3 Rules of Life. Marcus Aurelius said, "Do not waste time arguing about what a good man should be." Aurelius was the emperor of Rome during the 2nd century AD and is considered the last of a series of 5 good emperors who ruled Rome under principles of virtue and wisdom. He was a follower of Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasized fate, reason, and self-control. While influenced by many philosophers, Aurelius' primary inspiration came from the teachings of the former slave and Stoic philosopher Epictetus. During his reign, the emperor wrote a series of autobiographical reflections, now known as meditations. Though not intended for publication, Meditations remains in print to this day and is perhaps more popular than ever. The journal shows that the most powerful man on earth was facing the same issues we encounter today. Now, let's examine the 3 rules of life that Marcus Aurelius believed were essential for living a good life, and how we can adapt them to our modern world. Rule number 1. Always aim for pure judgment of events. In Book 4 of Meditations, Marcus Aurelius writes, "Suppress the value judgment you add, and the I have been harmed is also suppressed." This principle is influenced by Epictetus' discipline of assent, which involves making correct judgments about our impressions and the nature of the external world. Aurelius teaches that we tend to add a personal twist to our judgments of events. For example, if someone almost collides with you on the road, your instincts make you react quickly to avoid the accident, which is the correct use of emotion. However, after the danger passes, we often start to get angry, curse the other driver, and make rude gestures. At this point, the emotions shift from constructive to counterproductive. Why get angry when the danger is over? Anger at this point only causes more agitation, which can lead to further mistakes or even accidents. When something bad happens, we tend to say, "This happened to me," or "This hurt me." This is the personal judgment. If we remove that judgment, the negative experience no longer impacts us. For the Stoics, living in accordance with nature meant using our reason. We need to stop adding our personal judgments to events, and instead use rational thinking to accept or reject those impressions. In the modern world, this practice is known as cognitive distancing. Cognitive distancing, which is the main precursor to cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is essentially the ability to become aware of our beliefs and assumptions and to separate them from external events. A simple example of cognitive practice is the ABC model from CBT, which stands for adversity, belief, and consequences. Imagine you just got fired from your job. The adversity here is getting fired. The belief is how we interpret or explain that event. And in this case, we may believe we are worthless or worry about our mortgage or other future uncertainties. The consequences are the behaviors or feelings that result from the belief, such as sadness or anger. When you make a judgment like that and attach meaning to the event, you're not making a pure judgment. So, remember to view everything that happens to you for what it is. To apply this discipline of judgment, we need to question whether our beliefs are justified. Suppose that after being fired, you think you're worthless, you'll never find another job, and you'll eventually lose your house. Is getting fired really strong evidence that you are worthless or that you won't find another job in the future? Of course not. Other jobs are available, and with time and effort, you might even find something better than what you left. This can be further reinforced by non-cognitive practices. For example, consider mindfulness meditation. In meditation, you focus exclusively on your thoughts as they come and go. The insight here is that you're not your thoughts. You can observe how different the beliefs and feelings associated with being fired are from the event itself. It is one thing to believe these things, and another to develop an intuitive understanding of them. By using this approach, as Marcus Aurelius would say, we are suspending certain value judgments of external events to avoid negative emotions like worry, anger, and frustration. Did your partner cheat on you? Did you lose money? Did people make fun of you? Did something happen? Do something, or move on. The events themselves can't hurt you if you don't let them. Therefore, we should aim for pure judgments of events. Rule number 2. Only desire what's within your control. In Book 7 of his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius writes, "Love only the event which comes upon us, and which is linked to us by destiny." This rule is influenced by Epictetus' discipline of desire. The Stoics believe that there are 4 passions that hinder our progress and contribute to our misery. They divided these passions into 2 types. One for things not currently in our possession or anticipated in the future, which is desire, and one for things presently engaging a person, which is pleasure and distress. In this rule, we are focusing on the passion of desire. Marcus Aurelius only desired what was within his control or what happened to him. In his Meditations, he repeatedly reminds himself that most things in life are beyond his control. He realized that life is unpredictable, and 2,000 years later, nothing has changed. We often desire things we cannot control, such as more money, a better job, a bigger house, a massive social media following, or the assurance that our partner will always love us and our friends will remain loyal. We sit around waiting, hoping, begging, craving, wishing for luck to strike or change to happen while maintaining the same social circle and habits we've always had. We want a better job with better pay, but we hold ourselves back from learning the new skills that might actually get us the job we desire. We can either waste time and energy praying and hoping for change, or focus on what is within our control and start taking action. We need to be self-reliant and take responsibility, not leave it to chance or the whims of fate to determine whether we get what we want. Marcus Aurelius tells us that if we wish to progress in life, we should limit our desires to what's in our control, such as taking deliberate action, and not pin our hopes on uncertainties. Desire is, I really want this car, and once I get it, I'll be happy. Deliberate action is, if I want this car, I need to raise the money by putting in extra hours and learning new skills to earn those funds. Whatever you want to accomplish, it will require careful planning and action, not mere desire. Even if you work hard and do everything necessary but still fall short, whether due to lack of funds or another reason, don't feel bad. Accept it gracefully. Stoics believe the outcomes, whatever they may be, are not in our control. Instead of reacting in anger or frustration when things don't go your way, you should accept and love the outcome, whatever it may be. Most things in life are beyond your control, so desire only what is within your control and accept whatever comes. Rule number 3, act for the common good. In Book 12 of his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius reminds us, first, nothing happens at random, and nothing is unrelated to some goal or purpose. Second, do not relate your actions to anything except an end goal that serves the human community. This rule is influenced by Epictetus' discipline of action, which is about taking the right actions for the right reasons. Marcus Aurelius was a man of action and urges us to remove impulsive behavior from our lives and make our actions purposeful. In life, you likely play several roles, such as those tied to family, work, or personal pursuits. Stoics believe we exist for a reason, to improve the world. Make a list of these roles and think about what you aim to achieve in each one and what duties arise from them. This list forms your purpose for now and the future. Having a purpose is the foundation of intrinsic motivation, which has been shown to be key to achieving your goals. Aurelius encourages us to keep the bigger picture in mind, to serve the common good. As humans, we are social beings who help one another, even those who may be selfish, deceitful, or unpleasant. Nature designed humans as social animals with innate moral instincts to live in groups. Acting otherwise is contrary to human nature and irrational. Our society is the glue that binds us, and since we are part of the wider world, our actions reflect our place within it. Therefore, our actions should always have an ethical purpose. Take lying as an example. If you lie, it reflects poorly on you. People will lose trust in you, and that can affect how they treat you in the future, even if you're not caught. One bad choice can damage your character permanently, so be mindful of your actions. Good and evil result from choices, and each action you take will reflect on your character. As Marcus Aurelius would say, don't just talk about being a good person, be one.